I had gone through a lot of loss in my life in the last 4 years. Hey everyone. Today I wanted to talk about that I write songs. And I haven't always written songs. In fact, it's more of a recent thing for me. And I want to just talk about the story of how I even got to the point of writing songs. And then to talk more about the process of how I do that. And then I'm going to share with you one of my most recent songs that I wrote. About 8 years ago, I started guitar lessons. So I was 32 years old, which probably a lot of people would think, well, that's kind of late to start, and I don't know, you might as well give up. You're already 32. But Ben encouraged me to do it. We found someone to teach the kids piano, and so it became a really easy thing for me to just jump on with lessons with him. And I am so glad that I did that, because I had no idea that fast forward 7 years I would be writing songs. And if I didn't have the guitar background, that would have been impossible then for me to write my own songs. About a year and a half ago, I had gone through a lot of loss in my life in the last 4 years, and a lot of transition. Out of that, I believe, came this ability or this passion that I had for songwriting that I didn't even know I had. I remember being on a run like 2 years ago probably with Ben, and him just really encouraging me to write songs. And maybe at this point I had already written song, and share them. Share them with whoever will listen. And for me, that was what I ended up doing, was just recording it on Instagram, just putting it up there. And so every time I write a song, I share it. That's been a really, really good, cool process for me. I have really enjoyed doing that. It was really scary doing it at first, and I had a lot of resistance to the idea of doing that. But the more I did that, the easier it became, and the more I realized that this whole process was really good for me. And so now I'm at the point where that's just second nature. I write a song, I record it, put it on Instagram. One of the things that I had to work on was to make songwriting and music a priority in my life. Because even when I started guitar lessons, it was kind of a priority, but it would kind of go in and out from my life. Sometimes I would prioritize it more than others. I felt like I was at this point in my life that it would be really imperative for me to prioritize my music right now. And what that looked like for me was to spend at least 1 hour, 5 days a week on music of some kind. So the most important thing for me to do is to keep writing songs. So I always want to be working on a song right now. I think I've been averaging writing 1 song a month for the past year and a half. So during this hour time, that writing songs is my most important thing. And then I've also been like doing a little bit of covers on guitar, and I'll put that out on Instagram. About, I don't know, 6 months ago, I think I started piano lessons with the same teacher that taught me guitar. And that's been really, really cool for me to just start a whole nother instrument. And I can tell I'm taking a lot of things that I learned from guitar, not direct, but more indirect, and putting it into piano. And it's been really fun to learn and hard to learn a whole new instrument. And my hope is to eventually feel confident enough in piano to write songs with the piano too. All right, I am gonna show you the space that I do most of my songwriting and playing the guitar. And yeah, so come with me. Whew, okay. This is my space. It's a house right next to our main house that we own. And this room is where I do my guitar, songwriting. Little plug here, there's a bunch of our 2,000 Mile Together books in those boxes. This room, I eventually want to remodel a little bit, or at least just make it like more aesthetically pleasing to be here. But it's just nice to have a really separate location to do my music in, and I'm really, really thankful for that. So my process that I do when writing songs, I really like writing them down in pencil, and I usually like 3 or 4 drafts, different drafts per song. Okay, I'm gonna show you the most recent song that I've completed is this right here. And you can kind of see that I had several drafts of this song. So like I think I had like 3 drafts before I finally got to the official draft of it. And it's really helpful to use pencil because you can erase stuff, and I need to erase stuff a lot. The song I'm going to share with you was the second song that came to me pretty suddenly, and I didn't have to work at it a whole lot. Like the words of the song just like felt like they just funneled in. I've written all together maybe 15 or 16 songs so far. What's been really cool to see for me is how far I've come. With anything, you just have to start somewhere. And when I look at my first couple of songs, they're kind of cringy to me, but I had to start somewhere. And the cool thing is I feel like the songs that I'm writing now are way better than the songs I first started writing, which means I'm improving as a songwriter. And I would think if I keep at this in another year, I'm gonna be even better at it. Had I not been working at songwriting for the past year and a half, that particular song probably wouldn't have come to me, or I wouldn't have recognized it. So everything just builds on itself, which is a really cool thing to see. I'm gonna play for you the song that I most recently wrote. It's called Undone, and this song was written while I was dealing with a lot of grief and pain. And I was actually sitting in a Starbucks parking lot when all of this just came to me. So here we go. This pain, this grief, always lurking underneath. Why are tears so high, and why can't I make them stop? I feel like I'm losing control. Maybe this is the whole goal. Rage and anger undone. Is love strong enough for this? Feels like too much risk, letting go or holding on. Both feels so incredibly wrong. I wish this was only a song. Why can't things stay the same? Things keep changing. Is this a game? It feels so cruel, like I'm somebody's fool. These attachments we enjoy, they come in the night to destroy. I'm falling down the spiral stairs, not sure if anybody cares. Is this what it feels to die alone? I wish this was only hormones. Hello, is there anyone? I feel like I'm coming undone. Is love strong enough for this? Feels like too much risk, letting go or holding on. Both feel so incredibly wrong. I wish this was only a song. Coming undone, coming undone. I'm coming undone, I'm coming undone, coming undone, coming undone. I'm coming undone, I'm coming undone. Hello, is there anyone? I feel like I'm coming undone. Is love strong enough for this? Feels like too much risk, letting go or holding on. Both feel so incredibly wrong. I wish this was only a song. I wish this was only a song. Whew. All right. It's like I was back there. Well, the last thing I want to do is tell you that I am creating an album, which I'm super excited about. Never done it before. I've been recording it for the past almost year. This album will have 9 songs on it, and my goal is to have it out by the end of January. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, go ahead. But I put all my music on there, and all my past music you can see. Yeah, my Instagram is Cami Crawford, all one word, KAMICRAWFORD. All right, I appreciate you listening and hearing all about my songwriting story, and I hope it can be an encouragement to some of you out there that want to start something new and something that you're passionate about, and maybe you're a little bit older, whatever that means, but to not let that stop you. Just get started. There's no right time or right age to start anything. All right, see you next time. For 5 months, our family walked 13 miles every day.
We became the largest family to complete the Appalachian Trail.
We encountered snowstorms, overflowing rivers, rattlesnakes, and the government threatening to take away our kids.
And that was the easy part.
2,000 miles together, the story of the largest family to hike the Appalachian Trail is available on Amazon and all major online retailers.